XRP used for BRICS. Big investments into this crypto from a website that a lot of you probably use. Which is the better store of value over the last year? Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, Quant. And oh, we've got a scammer out there trying to impersonate me, but I'm here to warn you about it. And did you catch what the whiteboard said behind me? They're deep in the red. You'll get what I'm talking about by the end of this video, and I've got a bunch of great stories. But first, this comes from Trade Trillionaire on Twitter. My Twitter information, X, whatever the hell we want to call it, will be linked in the description below. The same person tried to contact me, and the first thing I did was check the username. I know you enough to know how you talk to me. See, everyone, it's hard to imitate me. Yes, I have a scammer. Someone wants to impersonate me. What's crazy, though, is scientists found over 1,000 AI bots on X stealing selfies to create fake accounts. Scientists revealed in a study last month that X, formerly known as Twitter, has a real bot problem with 1,140 AI-powered accounts that post machine-generated content, steal selfies to create fake personas. These fake personas are doing everything from impersonating your favorite YouTubers to, yes, scamming you out of crypto. Got a lot to talk about. Speed things up. Bitcoin's in at 26,031. ETH, 1648. Wait until you hear a story I got to share with you. I guarantee you it's a website that you use, and they're investing in a huge crypto. XRP sitting at 51.5, down 2.8% last 24, with XLM sitting at 12.2, down 3.37. Crypto TVL for DeFi is down, lower than it was after FTX collapse. Dude, that's nuts. Seriously, think about what happened during the FTX time. I mean, that was like the sky is falling, everything is melting, but we're at a lower TVL now. Yeah, because no one's fixing these problems. These scammers, these hacks, these schemes and all that are just getting worse and worse. Smart contracts getting exploited, insider trading, and since none of these companies want to fix it, of course TVL is going to get lower. Little over a year ago, more than 150 billion worth of crypto was held across the DeFi ecosystem's many protocols. Today, that figure has fallen roughly to 38 billion, according to data from DeFi Llama. This amount is lower than the immediate aftermath of FTX's collapse last fall, when the TVL was 43. Oh my God, so we're like 15% lower in TVL than when the FTX crash happened, and here's those stats from DeFi Llama. Got it up on the screen, and as always, any article you see in this video and all my other ones will be linked in the description below. Check this out. Look at the TVL right here. Oh yeah, it is way down. In fact, you've seen a steady erosion here since April 14th. Well, shit, you've seen a steady erosion for quite some time. But steady since April 14th. Why? These companies aren't fixing the problem, and people are getting the hell out of crypto. So again, if the White Sox can create change by firing their GM, maybe some of these crypto companies can fire some of their leadership and make change. Ooh, Deaton's out here swinging, and this might piss some of you off, but I want to hear from you in the comments. See, I bring news from both sides of the aisle, and I bring news both good and bad. Why? Because I'm not a hopium pumper like all those other channels out there, so do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, because channels that tell the real news, both good and bad, we don't grow slow. We don't grow fast, we grow slowly. So help a brother out. Here's from Deaton. I watched some of the Trump interview with Tucker Carlson and much of the GOP debate. Right now, my first impression, which I sincerely hope changes, is that although he may not be aware of it at the time, Biden may be very well to get re-elected. Now, if Biden does get re-elected, your chances are chances of getting crypto regs done. Why? Because Biden appointed Gensler and he's letting him do whatever the hell he wants. And Elizabeth Warren out there in the Senate, she's holding steadfast saying, girlfriend, we're going to block all sorts of shit making crypto go to the moon. All right, what website do a lot of you use? No, it's not Pornhub. No, it's not ImageFap. OnlyFans. Oh, yeah. Check this out. OnlyFans owner collects $485 million in dividends as firm invests profits into Ethereum, store of value. So everyone out there, it's like, oh, Ethereum is slow. Dude, no one gives a shit about that. Where are you going to safely store your money? Right? U.S. banks collapsed in March. People took a bunch of money out. So it's not always about moving money, but where can you safely store it? Do you store it under your mattress? Do you put your cash under the mattress? I mean, like our great-grandparents did. Because, like, you know, the sky was falling in the late 20s, right? Listen to this. The owner of British adult concept subscription service OnlyFans has collected about $500 million after the firm's revenue topped $1 billion for the first time in 2022. U.S.-based Ukrainian Leonard Radinsky, who bought the company in 2018, has collected $485 million in dividend. Now, listen to this. In the accounts, the company had said has invested some of its capital into Ethereum. So rather than put all their money into banks, rather put their money into some in stocks, they're like, yo, let's put it into Ethereum, store of value, which deals with this chart here. But whoa, we're not going to talk about that just yet. Store of value, okay? So if part of crypto out there is about moving money, part of it's about decentralization, part of it's about store of value, and we go back to this whole thing of TVL, right, being down, 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 store of value becomes really big. For those of you out there that want XRP to moon, guess what? It's not happening with BRICS. BRICS is not using XRP. Again, that was a FUD story. Seriously, those were lies. FUD, sorry, I shouldn't FUD, it's fake story. It was a hopium story. BRICS is not using XRP. XRP is not a one world currency. All right, those are all lies. There is no truth to that. Oh, you don't believe me? Remember, I'm the Russian spy. Wouldn't I know? Considering the rest of my comrades are hanging out in BRICS while I'm here in the United States. Oh, I miss those Russian winters. Nice and cold. These South Carolina summers roast me because my mother Russia blood is not used to it yet. FTX picks Galaxy Digital to help offload crypto holdings. Okay. Now this we're going to have to pay attention to because this is concerning. Why? Because when FTX filed for bankruptcy, they owe people money. Well, how do they pay those people? They have to liquidate their holdings. What are their holdings? Crypto. So if they have to liquidate crypto, what do you think it does to the price? Yeah, it puts downward pressure. But the reason they brought Galaxy Digital on was to help them not make mistakes and not lose further value. Because if they decided to dump it all at once, of course the value would plummet. And then what? The shareholders would get less. They didn't want that. So they appointed Galaxy Digital. Interesting deets here for you. And do you get news like this from other places? No, you just get we've got 25,000% gains, or the Russian stock market's going to be on XRP. Well, by the way, again, my comrades in Mother Russia are telling me that is also BS. Before selling, Galaxy Digital also staked the assets to earn yield, the court filing mentions. Previously, in January 2023, Alameda lost $72,000 a day while trying to move funds to a single multi-sig wallet. The liquidation occurred as they tried to close a borrowed position without paying back the debt. This is one of their many embarrassing on-chain behaviors from the liquidators, okay? So basically what they're looking is, hey, they hired Galaxy Digital, and they're like, look, Galaxy Digital, we need to get as much as we can for the crypto we have. Is there a way for you to help us sell it so our creditors get as much? That's still going to put downward pressure on the market. Why? Because FTX was the second biggest exchange in the world. So if you don't think that the second biggest exchange in the world liquidating their holdings to pay their creditors isn't a problem, you got some problems. You also notice too that they're not keeping it in crypto, they're liquidating it. So again, we're going to go back to TVL. We're going to go back to where's a store of value. Now, XLM price-wise, okay, holding better with the Torres pump. This is good. I like this. I told you, 12.5 cents is where we feel comfortable right now. It really is. 12.5 around that mark, we feel good. People have told me Quant is a great place as a store of value because it hasn't eroded as much as the rest of crypto. But let's take a bigger look at this. We got Bitcoin in red, Quant in light blue, XLM in purple, and XRP in gold. Now, this is for 1 year. Store of value. I'm not talking about playing pumps and dumps or, the latest new flick on Pornhub, or I don't know, maybe the latest new flick on what, everyone? OnlyFans. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm talking about store of value. Where can you safely put your money? So if you put your money in XRP over the last year, you would be up 48%. Bitcoin, you'd be up 21%, XLM at 12%, but Quant, you would be down 8% for the year. So store of value is really about your time perspective and how long you're putting your money away and what the risk is for that current crypto. You can see here, right? XRP had the big boom. Obviously, it didn't last, pumps and dumps. Okay? Now, let's go year to date. This is when the story starts changing more and more and more. You could see that XRP and Bitcoin year to date, right? If you were to invest your money as a store of value, I shouldn't say invest. If you were to park your money as a store of value from the beginning of the year, you would be best off with XLM. So again, it is all about time. What about the last 3 months? Oh, well, this is definitely getting interesting. Why? Because Bitcoin and Quant the last 3 months have essentially moved sideways. XLM is still enjoying 42% return on your money that you left, store of value, while XRP is up 13%. What about since things got nasty here? We're talking about, the Torres pump and dump. XRP down 26% in the last month, XLM down 15%, Bitcoin down 10%, while Quant is only down 3.8%. So yes, short-term store of value, if you would have chosen that route, Quant would have been the right one. But it's all about the perspective of time. The interesting thing, though, is I'm going to go back to this Deaton thing. If the Democrats win, and this is not me picking sides of the aisle, this is just the news being reported to as it is in reality. The Democrats are not pro-crypto. They no oomph at all with crypto. In fact, the Republicans that are pro-crypto that are running for president right now didn't mention crypto once yesterday. It's not a big point for them. So people are looking to store their money somewhere. That's why you're seeing TVL yanked. Why? Because they're putting their money elsewhere. They're not putting it in U.S. banks either. We've seen a little bit in recovery of gold lately, haven't we, and some of the other commodities. A lot of people, though, are keeping it in cash. The bond market is juicy. Why? Because the yields are super high. And they're backed by governments. Even though we don't like the governments, they're still backed by the governments, and money printer go burr. You get my point. So the whole idea of store of value and which has been the best place to park your money all depends on your time of frame. And what also it depends on, what are your goals? If you think the U.S. economy is going to crash, you're not going to park it in banks. If you're sitting there still believing that BRICS is going to use XRP, you're like, well, I'm going to put it in XRP, but they're not going to use it. It's all about what fits you and your risk tolerance. Now, I'm going to admit, that was very educational, and the reason I brought up the OnlyFans thing was not to throw adult humor in there, but to show you that companies are starting to place more and more money in crypto as a store of value. Yes, TVL is down as a whole. Why? Because these companies aren't fixing a damn thing. But we know Michael Saylor out there is big into Bitcoin. Elon had some write-downs, not a big deal because the value went down. But people are looking for safe places to park their money. So that's why I brought up the OnlyFans story. They're not just looking at Ethereum or Bitcoin or XRP or XLM at moving money. They're looking at us, hey, where can we store money? Now, we've seen the growth of crypto as U.S. banks have fallen. But we've also seen the erosion of crypto overall compared to what? A year ago when TVL was way higher and there was more money flowing into the ecosystems. What I want everyone to think about right now is where you think the safest place to store money is. If you had 100,000, 500,000, what if you were one of those big execs out there and you had, 500 million? Would you feel safe putting it in your country's banking system? Would you feel safe putting it in Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP or XLM, which is super volatile? Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. And also do me one other big favor. It is hard to be a channel out there that tells the truth because it usually means I make enemies with the people that want hopium and I make enemies with the people that want the negativity because they're like, oh, you're not always negative and oh, you're not always positive. I sit here right in the middle. I give you both sides so that you can make the best decisions on your store of value. So help me out. Drop a sub, anything you do to support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Hit me up with a comment because I get back to almost all of them. What am I doing today? I did sprints with my dog earlier. Why? Because her and I have a dad-dog race. It's really cool, an obstacle course race. And her and I are doing our annual trip to the Colorado mountains. Yep, that's right. Her and I go way, way deep out there. And we did a sprint workout today on top of a 4-mile run. I'm getting the girl ready. Right, Leia? She's sleeping on the floor. So what I'm doing right now, recovery drink. You cool cats, though? Have a great rest of your day.